Hey guys, welcome back to Election Center. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the 2020 polls and how Donald Trump is making a bit of a comeback right now in the polling data. So I'm going to show you guys 538, Real Clear Politics, and I'm also going to show you guys some other interesting things at the end that are indicating that Trump is making a bit of a comeback. And we're also going to talk about maybe why that might be. But starting off here, let's look at 538 and their national polling average. And in just one day, the margin has gone from 8.2 Biden to 7.1 Biden. So that's a 1.1 decrease in Biden margin over Trump right now. And we see Donald Trump making actually a visually noticeable bounce right there of almost a percentage point, and then Biden went down a little bit. So yeah, just in one day, a significant change. And we go back after the DNC, when Joe Biden, I guess you could say, he was flying high, but he only had about a 1 point bounce, it looks like, from the DNC. So, he was prior to the DNC, at 8 points ahead of Trump, and then 9.3 ahead of Trump after the DNC. But then the RNC kind of negated any potential bounce that Biden got from the DNC. Donald Trump, I think maybe some more of his bounce has started to register in the polling data. So yeah, I think Donald Trump, he may have gotten a bit of a bounce from the RNC that sort of negated Biden's bounce. And people say that the riots right now, or the unrest in certain places, is working in Trump's favor. What's happening in Kenosha, Wisconsin, people are saying that that is working in Trump's favor. And so yeah, we see things improving for him nationally, and I want to show you guys some of the crucial battleground states of this election and the polling there. Florida. Really crucial battleground state every election, it seems. And immediately, it's shifted in favor of Donald Trump. Let's look at the latest poll. It's a low-rated poll, but it's +3 Biden. A more highly rated and actually Democratic pollster, +4 for Biden. So previously it was a much bigger lead, 6 points, and now it's just 4.5. So Florida, that has shifted in Donald Trump's favor. We see him consolidating leads, bigger leads in these states that voted for him by wide margins in 2016, such as Georgia and Texas, Iowa, Ohio, and I want to show you guys the Rust Belt states that are shifting in favor of Trump. Michigan, in just a week, it's shifted almost 2 points, and this is really significant here. We see a poll that shows Trump leading in Michigan, and Trafalgar, they do have a Republican bias. They are a Republican pollster, but even the last time Trafalgar did a poll in Michigan, I can't find it on here right now, but they showed the lead for Joe Biden. And now there's a poll showing Donald Trump with the lead here in Michigan, so that is significant. And yeah, Minnesota looks like no poll since August 19th, but Donald Trump gaining ground in Minnesota. They are applying a national average, and the national polls to some of these state averages in terms of, for instance, if so-and-so has a blank point lead in a certain state, but then the national average shifts in a certain way, they're going to apply some of that shift to the state averages. And now I want to show you guys Wisconsin, and we once again show a poll finally with Donald Trump in the lead. In terms of that rarely happens, and of course it's Trafalgar, but it is still significant. We see the average shifting once again in favor of Donald Trump. So we're seeing the averages right now shift in favor of Donald Trump, and we're seeing the same thing on Real Clear Politics. Let's show you guys the polls on Real Clear Politics here. Once again, a new poll that just came out. A general election poll shows Biden plus just 2 points. Emerson College, and the average has shifted to Biden just plus 6.2. So yeah, that's a significant change from just a week ago, when that's over a point in terms of the margin. And then once again, these battleground states shifting in his favor. Oh yeah, I should show you guys Pennsylvania. That's shifted a lot. I want to show you guys it on 538. Pennsylvania, once again, we're basically seeing everywhere shift to Donald Trump to an extent. Now, so what does this mean? It means that Donald Trump is not in the lead in very many battleground states, but a lot of these states are a lot more within his reach now. So, for instance, he pulled his ads out of Michigan. Maybe now he'll want to put his ads back into Michigan. It's a lot more within his reach, or becoming more within his reach. We'll see what happens. But yeah, he's not leading in that many states, but it's definitely a much more winnable election for him now. The race has changed. He could potentially take a lead in a lot of these states now that previously Joe Biden seemed to have sort of a lock on them, like the Rust Belt and whatnot. So yeah, what we're seeing in the polls is that everything's shifted in favor of Donald Trump noticeably, significantly. I want to show you guys the 538 forecast. Real interesting. Now, I know there are other forecasts out there, but I personally follow the 538 forecast. A lot of other people do. And I just thought it'd be interesting to show you guys. It's 32 to 67, but not that long ago, look at what it was. 73 to 27 in the forecast. And then that's shifted 67 to 32 in just a week or so. Less than a week. Just a few days. Yeah. So I think that's interesting to take a look at the 538 forecast now showing things getting a bit better for Trump. And finally, guys, I want to show you guys the RCP betting odds that I find really interesting here. They shift big time in favor of Donald Trump. We see Donald Trump had a huge lead, substantial lead over Joe Biden in the betting odds around this time. And then abruptly that shifts in favor of Joe Biden. Huge lead over Donald Trump in the betting odds here. But then Donald Trump, that's sort of starting to level off, but then that accelerates for Donald Trump, and now it's almost a dead heat in the betting odds. It's basically tied, right? At this point, at least. Yesterday it was basically tied. Now it's 3 points for Joe Biden, but when we're talking about betting odds, that's really small. It's almost a dead heat in the betting odds. So yeah, betting odds shifting big time in favor of Donald Trump. Forecasts, the one I'm talking about here. I don't know about other forecasts, but I know the 538 forecast shifting in favor of Donald Trump. And if we look at the polling data, a lot more states are now within Donald Trump's reach when we're talking about battleground states. Not only are things shifting nationally, but it's really the battleground states that Donald Trump needs to win. He's starting to make inroads into the Rust Belt. He's starting to make inroads into other states, consolidating leads in some states that he won by big margins in 2016. So yeah. And we'll have to see what happens if this trend continues or if Joe Biden regains his large lead that he had over Donald Trump. And he still currently has a large lead, but it's dwindling. Or I wouldn't say super large. It's more just a substantial lead over Donald Trump, but that is decreasing. And we're seeing in these new polls, one of them is highly rated. I want to show you guys the 538 average here to see what 538 considers its rating. Let's go here. National Emerson College. They're showing just Biden +3. I'm actually a little confused if maybe that's a different poll in the one they're showing on RCP. This says just Biden +2. I would assume these are the same poll. Okay, there's some discrepancy there. On RCP it shows Biden +2. Here it shows Biden +3. But yeah, very narrow lead over Donald Trump, and it looks like that's starting to catch up to Biden in the average, these new polls that are coming out, these more recent polls. So yeah, the DNC really didn't give Biden much of a boost. That was any sort of boost was negated by the RNC. I think Trump might have gotten an even bigger boost than Biden did. Maybe his boost is starting to register in the polls now. And the riots, a lot of people are saying those are working in Trump's favor. So that's sort of where the race stands right now. And a little later, I might fill out an electoral map video with these new factors. Now that these new developments have happened. But yeah, that's sort of just a polling update for you guys and sort of an analysis of what's happening right now in the 2020 polls. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, thought it was interesting, and definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments. I'll respond to your comments. I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys in the comments about this. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, thought it was interesting. If you like this type of content I make here on this channel, about elections, polling data, electoral maps, all things elections, definitely subscribe to my channel because the videos I'm making in the future are going to be right up your alley if you're into this sort of thing. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, thought it was interesting, and I'll see you in the next Election Center video. Bye, guys.